Right, good evening ladies and gentlemen, it's Anthony Carpin here just for a very quick Vloguary, actually kind of making up for the very long one yesterday because they're only supposed to be 2 minutes. So yeah, today we had 4 different hashtags trending on WW3 because of the drone strike ordered by the 45th President of the United States. Make of it what you will. Anyone who's really wants to go into depth into it, please look at the history of the region for the past 200 years, because you will see that it's just a basically big long line of catastrophe and disasters and exploitation, and I sometimes wonder if that part of the world will ever see peace. Don't ask me to make any recommendations because thousands and thousands of people over the decades and centuries who have got far more talent than I will ever have tried and failed, so don't ask me. Anyway, I was having some online chats with some various people over Twitter from my civil service days and about the joys of what's basically going to happen with our resource struggling local councils. I picked up this book last year, A Century of Municipal Progress, 1835 to 1935. It's actually a wonderful book for those of you who are local government geeks, because one of the things it has is at the back, as well as lots of essays written by the great and the good of the time, is it's got tables like this. And at the back, it's basically this big table of all of the Acts of Parliament between 1835 and 1935 that had an impact on local government. In terms of just basically making our towns and cities better. So one of the things I want to do with this big research project on Lost Cambridge is to tally up each and every single act of Parliament with things in newspaper reports and council reports to see what we got as a result of the different pieces of legislation being passed. So, for example, in 1850 we had the Libraries Act, and 4 years later, 1854, John Pink, our first civic librarian, went and founded Cambridge's first municipal library, and he was there for the best part of half a century, which is why we have the Cambridgeshire collection, because he was the one who founded it and started keeping copies of every single local newspaper that was sold in town, and they're still there now, which is where you can find out kind of what happened. And the newspapers in those days are actually a damn sight better than many of the ones that you see today, because they literally wrote everything down, because they were starting from the days before photography. I think I'm just going to leave it there and crash out. I've also got sitting behind me some padding for my chest for when I go ice skating, because I campaigned and set up a Facebook page to help support the, I think it was eventually a 30-year campaign to get an ice rink built in Cambridge on the back of a bequest from 1986. And it finally opened just before Christmas, so I really should get myself down there. Just need to get myself some skates. So anyway, I'll see you soon.